Well, hi again, everyone. This is Tim from Cleveland Baseball Fan 879 or Tribe Fan 879, as it shows up in the YouTube chat. And this is game number 38 of the 1972 Roberto Clemente Race to 3,000 Hits Stratomatic Super Advanced replay. This is the final game that Clemente appears in the Pirates Giants series. This is game one of a doubleheader on Sunday, June 4th, 1972. The Pirates facing the Giants, Luke Walker for the Pirates and Ron Bryant for the Giants. And we will go ahead and roll for weather effects since this is a day game. 1 to 10 is good, 11 to 19 is average, and 20 is bad. And that's a 17, so average weather. 1 to 4 for ballpark singles for lefties, 1 to 7 for righties, and ballpark home runs will be 1 to 10 for lefties and 1 to 16 for righties. All right, and leading off for the Pirates and playing second base is Dave Cash. And Cash is a lefty. 2-3 is a bouncer to second, and Tito Fuentes will retire Dave Cash one away. Here's Gene Clines. I believe he was a hitting coach for up until about 20 years ago. So we'll redo that one for not going through. And 6-11 against a righty is a fly ball to right field, and Bobby Bonds will camp under it and put it away. 2 away for Roberto Clemente. Needs 71 more hits and 260 plate appearances. And here's the pitch to Clemente. 5 and a 7. Ooh, just gun under it. Fly ball to center field. 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates in the first. And we go to the bottom half. Pirates nothing, Giants coming to bat. And here's Bobby Bonds. And Walker is also a lefty, and that's a leadoff single into left field. And, oh boy. Okay, so Walker's a -3, Sanguillen is a -2, so -5, -7. I mean, still going to take a shot at it. 4 or a 5, he gets a jump. They're going to hold him on. That's a 10, he will not get the jump, so they're going to hold Bonds on. Here's Tito Fuentes. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 18. Six and an 8. Switch hitter betting left-handed. This or right-handed. This is trouble. 1 to 3 a single chance. The rest is a single. And that's a single. Going to third is Bonds. And the Pirates will bring the infield in the first inning. I know I usually don't do this, but nothing on the 3. Here's Chris Spire. Runners on the corners and nobody out. 3 and a 7. Outside ball 4, and the bases are loaded. And here's Dave King Kong Kingman playing first base today instead of third base, which he had played in the first 2 games of the series. Infield will remain in. Here's Kingman. Nothing on the 6. Four and an 11 against a righty. That's a fly ball to the left fielder, and today that is Clines. He's a 4. 14, he'll at least get to it. Yep. Will he avoid the error? He is an E14. Oh boy. So 3, 6, 12, 14, and 17. And that's an 8, so that's fine. But racing back is Kleins. He will make the catch. Scoring from third is Bonds. And everybody else stays put. The throw goes into third. Keeps everybody there. One away, but 1-0 Giants. And here's Ken Henderson. They are not... Hold on. Yeah, they are holding all runners. Havoc roll. Nothing on the 3. Six and a 4. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Ground ball to third, and third baseman is not responsible for not holding any runners. So Jose Pagan. Keep on to say Angel. Jose Pagan is a 4, and that will be that'll be off the third baseman. And 39 and an 8. Oh, he just avoided it. 7 and 9 would have been errors, but 8 is not. But a 4 and a 1 will get by. It goes off of him. Scoring from second is Fuentes. Going to third is Spire. 2-0. Giants lead. And the Pirates will bring the infield in for Al Gallagher, the third baseman today. Nothing on the 17. Five and a 6. And, that would have been a double play, but let's see here. First and third for infield in. Batter out, runner on third holds, and the runner on first goes to second. So that ball hits to the shortstop. He looks the runner back to third. And going to second is Henderson, but there are 2 outs for Gary Maddox. Infield will be back to normal. Havoc roll for Walker. Nothing on the 8. Here's the pitch to Maddox. 5 and a 5. And against a righty, it's a fly ball to center field. And Al Oliver camps under it and makes the catch to retire the side. Giants get 2, and after 1 inning, it's the Giants 2 and the Pirates nothing. All right, and middle of the order due up for the Pirates, Sanguillen, Pagan, and Oliver. Face Ron Bryant. And here's the pitch to Sanguillen. 6 and a 9 against a righty. Bouncer to third, and Gallagher retires Sanguillen. 1 away. And here's Jose Pagan. Three and a 2. Bouncer wide of first. Handling it is Kingman, throwing to Bryant, covering. And that's 2 away. And as Baseball Demos has mentioned, something I kind of came up with, or if it's a ground ball to first, either C or X, it means he's got to go a little bit further out to make a play, so I just call that a 3-1. I think that does that for Strat Max as well. All right, and here's Al Oliver, 2 down, nobody on, trailing 2-0, and here's Oliver. And that's a weak bouncer to second, and Fuentes retires Oliver. Another 1-2-3 inning for Bryant in the second. And after an inning and a half, it's the Giants 2 and the Pirates nothing. Healy, Bryant, and Bonds due up here in the bottom of the second. Healy catching today. And that swung on and missed, struck him out. First strikeout for Walker. Brings up the pitcher, Bryant, a switch hitter batting right-handed, using pitcher hitting card number 2. So we'll redo that. Five and a 10. Switch hitter batting right-handed to the shortstop. That's Alley. He's a 3. A 12 is okay. E25. E25 and an 11. That should be okay. And it is. So Bryant bounces out to the shortstop, who makes a nice play. Rows out Bryant, 2 down, and back to the top of the order. Bobby Bonds singled his first time up and scored. And ballpark single chance. And a righty is 1-7. And he gets it, so. And Bonds will once again try to get a lead. And once again gets the 10 and cannot get a lead, but will be held on for Tito Fuentes. Havoc roll for Walker. Walker pass ball chance. And no balk. So roll on. Here's Fuentes. Also singled his last time up. Six and a 9, and against a righty, 1-2 home run chance. The other is a double, and Fuentes does have normal power against lefties, and that's a double. They were holding on Bonds, makes him a 16. 2 outs is a 19, makes him an 18. And that's assumed to go to center field. Oliver has no arm, or is it no reduction or adding? And they will throw through, and they will send Fuentes to third because he's a 15. But they will throw through to try to get the run at home. 1-18. And he's in there with a 12, and going to third on the throw is Fuentes. 3-0. If they don't watch out, Walker may be pulled here. So runner on third on the throw. Here's Kingman. Havoc roll, nothing on the 6. And a 1 and a 9 struck him out, and that will retire the side. Giants get one more, and after 2 complete, it is 3-0 Giants. And due up bottom of the order, Robertson, Alley, and Walker for the Pirates. And here's the pitch to Robertson. And that's a fly ball to center field. And Ken Henderson retires Robertson 1 away. Here's Gene Alley, the shortstop. One and a 7. And he draws a walk. So first base runner for the Pirates today. And the Giants will be expecting a bunt. Walker is a D bunter, but they will try anyways. Just do a havoc roll just in case. Nothing on the 14. And here's the pitch. Walker squares around. Get my bunt chart ready. So he will be an E bunter. So he has to get a 6 or better. He does not. 9 is 1 and 2. And they will do it again. If he gets another 1 and 2, that's a strikeout. Oops, and we'll redo that again because now the dice went through. And second time around, not so bad. Okay, so the 3 means it's bunted out in front of the plate. And 5 is a good sacrifice. So Walker getting the job done. 2-4 on the putout. Going to second is Alley. There are 2 outs, but gets a runner in scoring position for Dave Cash, who against the lefties loses 2 hits on 3-3 and 3-9. Nothing on the 20. 3-5, and that's just a bit outside ball 4. So second walk in the inning for Bryant. And here's Gene Klein's flew out his first time up. And we'll redo that so I don't have to go through on its own. Okay, nothing on the 20. Klein's loses a hit on 3-5, 3-10, and 1-8 and 1-10, so not really good in the clutch. 3 and a 10, and there's one of them that's anti-clutch. So that's a pop-up, we'll say, to the shortstop, and Spire retires Klein's, and that will retire the side. So situation goes by the wayside. As we go to the bottom of the third, Giants lead 3-0. I was trying to see if they can't get Walker through at least 2 times through the order. And here's Henderson. Oops, nope. Kingman, sorry. Spire struck out the last time, so Kingman's now due up. Okay, so here's Kingman. He hit a sacrifice fly, so no official at-bats for Kingman today. 1 and a 7, and he draws a walk, so Kingman still no official at-bats today. And no, they will hold him on, but he will not go anywhere because he'd be a 1-10. I'm not doing 50-50. And here's Henderson, so they will hold him on. And 1-4 is a wild pitch. That's a 9. Nice stop by Sanguian. There's Ken Henderson. Singled his last time up. 5 and a 4. Center field chance for Oliver. He's a 3. 7 should be okay. Oh, just is. The first one, he makes a... He's going back to the warning track. And Oliver, E6 and a 13 in center field. There is no 13, but I'll hold that up. A 3 and a 7 is an F1. So he runs into the wall, makes the catch, but going to second is Kingman. So good play to make the catch, but momentum takes him away, and alertly Kingman takes second. There is 1 out for Al Gallagher, the third baseman. He grounded out his first time up, still holding the runner. Nothing on the 16. 6 and a 4. Third base chance for Pagan. And we won't count this. Wow, I'm having the most fun dice time tonight. 4 and a 3. That won't get the job done. That will score a run, actually. He doesn't compound it with an error. 12 and a 39. And he will compound it with an error. So, error batter to, actually not S1, SI2. Single and an error batter to second. Runner advances 2 bases. So, we'll say that he would have scored anyway, so we'll give him an RBI. And he goes to second on the error. So this is getting away from Walker. 4-0. Giants lead. And here's Gary Maddox. One out here in the 3rd inning. Here's Maddox Havoc. Whoa, nothing on the 5. 1 and a 6, and that's a ground ball to shortstop. Looks the runner back to second and retires Maddox. 2 away. And here's Fran Healy. Nothing on the 9. 3 and a 5. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. So Healy, once again, a strikeout victim. And once again, the Giants get another run, and they lead 4-0 after 3. So this will likely be it for Walker after he faces any batters in the 4th. Bryant will face Clemente, Sanguillen, and Pagan here in the top of the 4th. Here's Clemente, flew out to center field his first time up. 4 and a 9, and he draws a walk, so no hit, but he does get on base, and he will not be held on. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Nothing on the 9. 3 and a 5. Fly ball to left field. And there is Gary Maddox retiring Sanguillen, 1 away. Here's Jose Pagan. His error did not help the Pirates in their part of the inning. And here's the pitch. 3 and a 9. Bouncer to second. Easy play for Fuentes over to Spire, over to Kingman. Inning-ending double play. And Bryant would like a few more of those. To the bottom of the 4th, 4-0 Giants. And this will likely be it for Walker here in the bottom of the 4th. This is his point of weakness, and he's already faced 17 batters. Bryant, Bonds, and Fuentes. One and an 11. Tapper back to the mound, and that will retire Bryant. 1 away. Here's Bobby Bonds, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Oops. And once again, do that again. Two and an 8 struck him out, and he gets Bonds out for the first time today. 2 down. And here's Tito Fuentes. 5 and a 10. Shortstop chance. That was a 6. 3 and a 1. Boy, the X chance is not coming up good for the Pirates. Should not be a 10 on E25 for shortstop. There is not, but that will trickle through for a hit. Fuentes 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. There's Chris Spire. They will hold Fuentes on. Nothing on the Havoc roll. Six and a 5 righty. Fly ball to right field. And Clemente is under it, puts it away, and that will retire the side. And that will likely be it for Walker. They do have their full complement in the bullpen today because Blast gave us, spoiler alert, Blast gave them a complete game. So Bob Miller loosening in the bullpen. He will come in. And he will likely pitch the top of the 5th. All right, and to the 5th inning we go. Oliver, Robertson, and Alley here in the top of the 5th. 5 and a 7 against the lefty. Struck him out. Oliver now 0 for 2. Here's Robertson. Four and a 6. Fly ball to shallow center field. Racing in is Henderson. He will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And here's Gene Alley. Five and a 10. And that's a bouncer to the shortstop. Spire retires Alley. Oof, did they want... They may have... Oh, they might, but only... And that will retire the side. They're trying to make sure if they want Walker to pitch the next inning or not. They're going to say no. And I don't really want to do a double switch in the 5th inning. So Walker will be pulled. Bob Miller may only pitch 1 inning today. Though he may hit. That's always a possibility, too. All right. Kingman, Henderson, and Gallagher due up, and here's Bob Miller to take over for Kingman. No official at-bats, sac fly, and a walk. Miller, the right-hander, 110, struck him out. Here's Henderson. Six and a 10, batting left-handed, ballpark single chance. 1 to 4. That's a 19, so that would be, just call that a shell fly ball to right field. Clemente puts it away, 2 down. Here's Al Gallagher. Five and a 5. And he's struck out, so Miller does a nice job getting through the 5th. We go to the bottom half. Giants still lead 4-0. And Miller will lead off the bottom of the 5th. Or top of the 6th, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, top of the 6th. All right, here's the pitch to Miller. 5 and a 9. Miller is a right-handed hitter. Struck him out. Here's Dave Cash. Cash 0 for 1 with a walk. 4 and a 7, and that's just a bit outside ball 4. So second walk to Cash, and fourth of the game allowed by Bryant. -2. Healy is a -1. Yeah, Healy's a -1. So -3, -5. Maybe with 2 outs we'll give him a chance, but they will hold him on. Here's Gene Kleins. He's 0 for 2 today. Nothing on the 15. Four and a 7 again, and that's another walk. So first and second with 1 out. Holding all runners. And that brings up Clemente. He's walked himself. Two and a 7. Unfortunately, not in a clutch situation. 1 out. That's a bouncer to short. Spire to Fuentes to Kingman. Inning-ending double play. And that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th. They will let Miller pitch another inning. Not what the doctor ordered there. But here's Gary Maddox, bottom third of the order. Maddox, Healy, and Bryant. 3 and an 8 against the righty. And Maddox laces that one into left field for a base hit. Whoops. And let's see, -4, -5, -7. They will hold him on. Pitchers for Pittsburgh know how to hold runners on. Here's Fran Healy. Happy to be facing right-handed pitching now. Nothing on the 7. And 1 and a 9, and he draws a walk. Well, technically, this is Bryant's point of weakness, so he gives up another walk. He is considered tired. And the Pirates will be expecting a bunt, and Bryant is an A bunter, so yeah, he will be trying to lay one down. Nothing on the 3. And here's the pitch. He squares around. Let's see here. B bunter and an 8. Yep, that's a good sacrifice. So that's to the catcher. So gets it nicely out in front of the plate. 2-4 on the putout, moves runners up to second and third. And the Pirates will be bringing the infield in for Bobby Bonds. 1 out. Havoc roll for Miller. Nothing on the 9. Ramon Hernandez is loosening in the bullpen. Five and a 7 righty. Second base chance for Cash. He's a 2. 2 and a 9, but should be not in range for infield in. Wait a minute. Second, third. I guess they weren't holding. I didn't say they were holding runners, but 2 and a 9 is okay, that's out of the pound range. Cash is an E8. E8, oh boy, and a 15. 16, 17, and 18, but no 15. So that would be a G2. And with the infield in, second and third. Lead runner is out, and everybody else moves up base. Better safe, lead runner is out. Doesn't say what to do with the other runner, so we'll just say that he stays there. But let's see, that was to the shortstop, so 6-2 on the putout to get Matic. And say he reaches on the fielder's choice for Bonds. Does not say every runner advances, so we'll let the runner stay at second. 2 outs infield, back to normal. And back to Fuentes. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a double. And there's a pitch to Fuentes. 1 and a 5 against a righty, and he's walked in. Miller is considered tired. That will reload the bases. And they will try to get the final out here. I'd rather not use Hernandez right now. Spire up with the bases loaded. Nothing on the 17. 1 and a 3. And that's an anti-clutch for the Giants this time. And that will be, let's see, right-handed hitter. We'll say that's popped up, and the first baseman, Robertson, calls for it and makes the catch to retire the side. We go to the top of the 7th. And due up for the Pirates, Sanguillen, Pagan, and Oliver. This is the point of weakness for Bryant, but yeah. Sanguillen 0 for 2, grounded out and flew out. 2 and a 9, popped him up. Second baseman Fuentes makes the catch, 1 away. And here's Jose Pagan. I don't think I have anybody really to play third. Neil. And actually, they're going to hit for 6th inning, 7th inning. Yeah, I could pinch hit. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, Bill Mazeroski will pinch hit for Pagan and stay in the game and play third base. All right, Mazeroski now up. Pagan went 0 for 2. And here's the pitch to Mazeroski. 6 and a 4 righty. Shortstop chance. Spire, he's a 2. 2 and a 7 would be fine. That was a 7. Spire is an E21. E21, oh boy, and a 16. No, it's 6, 15, and 17, so the 16 is fine. Throws it in the dirt. Kingman nicely scoops it. 2 down. Here's Al Oliver. 5 and a 9 against the lefty. Bryant is not tired, so struck him out. Stretch time here at... Oops, excuse me for not keeping up with the scoreboard. At San Francisco. And coming into the game will be Ramon Hernandez. As Miller has pitched his 2 innings of work. And let's see how long this game goes to see if maybe Justy is going to be called in. All right. So Hernandez will come in. All right. Kingman is 0 for 1 with a sac fly, walk, and a strikeout. Hernandez, a lefty. And struck him out. So 1 away for the Giants here in the bottom of the 7th. And here's Ken Henderson. One and a 6 struck him out. So Hernandez coming in with a purpose. And here's Al Gallagher. If this was any closer of a game, I might pull him out, but not with a 4-run lead. Oops, and we'll redo that one again. Four and an 8 against a righty. That's just a bit outside. Ball 4, so 2-out walk for Gallagher. There's Gary Maddox, singled his last time up. Gallagher will not be held on. Nothing on the 7. And there's Maddox. 1 for 3 with a single today. 6 and a 6 against a righty. Popped him up. Shortstop alley calls for it and makes the catch to retire the side. So we go to the top of the 8th. Robertson, alley. And I guess we'll get a pinch hitter for Hernandez. Have Justy get some work and pitch the 9th. Or pitch the 8th inning, I should say. So we go to the top of the 8th. And here's Bob Robertson facing Bryant. Dan Carruthers is possibly loosening in the bullpen. 6 and a 7. Second base chance. Fuentes is a 3. 3 and a 6. Knocks it down. Can he get up and throw out Robertson? He's an E30. E30, there should not be a 10. There is not. Nice play by Fuentes. Knocks it down, gets up, throws him out. And Robertson is now 0 for 3. Here's Gene Alley. Coming on deck will be Vic Davalillo. All right, here's Alley. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. 3 and a 4. And that's for those that have not are new subscribers to the channel. All right, so that out is in between 2 hits, and I call the hits field goal posts, and anything in between is called a field goal roll. So I just made a field goal with a 3-4 being an out. So it's a bouncer to third, 2 away. And here comes Davalillo to hit for Hernandez. Justy will come into the game to try to possibly just hold this to a the way it is. So Davalillo pinch hit. And here's a pitch from Bryant to Davalillo. 1 and a 7 struck him out. No hits for the Pirates here in the top of the 8th. Justy will come in the bottom of the 8th to get some work. Healy Bryant will stay in the game. He is allowed no runs through 8 innings, and we'll try to get him a complete game. I don't care if he's had one or not. Healy, Bryant, and Bonds here in the bottom of the 8th. Whoops, and we'll redo that. Oops, oh, hold on. Before I do that, let's get Justy in the game. Thankfully that roll went out then. Hernandez is coming out. Here comes Justy. Okay, now let's take care of this. Justy the righty. Three and a 6. Against a righty, that's a fly ball to center field, and Al Oliver makes the catch, retires Healy 1 away. Here's Bryant, 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. 2 and a 6. Struck him out. 2 away. Here's Bobby Bonds, 2 for 4. Reached base 3 times. 1 and a 10. And he's a righty, 1 to 16. And that ball is out of here. And kaboom! Bobby Bonds has just hit one out. Been either way, either side, lefty or righty, would have been a ballpark home run. And it is now 5-0. Of course, Bonds hit 26 on the season. And here's Tito Fuentes. Six and a 4. Switch hitter betting left-handed. That's a bouncer to first. And Robertson will take it to the bag himself to retire the side. But they get 1 run and go up 5-0. We'll have Cash, and then Willie Stargell will grab a bat. He will come on deck. And Clemente. Bryant has pitched a whale of a game. He's not allowed to run through 8 innings. And here's Cash with Stargell coming on deck. 1 and an 8. Tapper back to the mound. Bryant throws the first, and that retires Cash 1 away. But now up comes Willie Stargell to hit for Kleins. One out. And here's Stargell. 4 and an 11 lefty. Fly ball left field. And this is Maddox. He's a 2. 2 and a 7s. Okay. Maddox is an E8. E8 and a 12. There is no 12. So Maddox cruises over, makes the catch, and it's up to Roberto Clemente. He is 0 for 2 with the walk. Four and a 5. Fly ball! Left field! Back goes Matic! And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in my Stratomatic history, I have a no-hitter. Ron Bryant has just no-hit the Pittsburgh Pirates here in the 1972 Clemente replay. And the Giants go out to mob him. Oh, so this will be a sort of easy box score, but we'll have it right after this. All right, so 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Giants. No runs, no hits, 1 error. The only base runners were a 3rd inning walk, a 4th inning walk, and 2 5th inning walk. Yeah. Yeah, and that was the best chance they had, was the 6th inning when they had the 2 walks, but Clemente hit into a double play. And Ron Bryant, facing 30 batters, so went 3 over the minimum, gets the no-hitter. Well, scratch that one off. I've had my first no-hitter. It only took me 10 years of playing-ish. And, well, we'll see what's happening next. I do not know the next game. It's going to be against a different team, so there is that. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Please leave a like. It helps the video to be seen. And please subscribe if you have not subscribed. And hit the bell icon to be notified of any new videos. And whatever game you are playing, please enjoy it to your fullest. Have a good day, everybody.